Hey,
Ding.
Bob's on. And hey, we got my little alert ding. Make sure we're getting. Yep, we're getting audio, so I'll turn that down. So tonight, it's going to be a little strange show. It's a little different. I don't think anyone's ever attempted what we're attempting to do. So it's going to be interesting. So, James is still booting up. He just got here. He has to drive an hour to get here, and traffic was a little heavy getting here tonight. So, how's it coming over there, James?
I'm almost there. I got Zoom open and
You got the mic in front of you?
I do.
He does now. All right. So, we're going to forgo our normal. Hey, there you are.
Here I am.
You don't have a nifty background up yet? Do you know how to do that?
No.
You're just going to go with the green screen, huh?
Going with the green screen today.
All right. Well, let's roll right into this. We're not going to use our normal opening, so we're just going to go right into the show since we're ready for it. Right? Ready? Ready?
Go.
Everybody ready? Here we go. Welcome to the show. This is our first live Zoom show with the audience. And so far we got Bob and me, mystery guest. Welcome to the show, guys. Say hello. Say hello, Bob.
Hello.
Hey, there we go. We can hear you.
Hey, James. Hi,
Yep,
James.
we can hear you. Welcome. Well, this was your idea. So, so far it's working. I mean, I'm impressed. I don't know who me is. Maybe they can unmute themselves and say hello. But maybe they're away from the computer at the moment. But yeah, so this is kind of cool. If there's more people out there who want to join, you don't have to come on video if you don't want to. You can just come on audio if you want. The link to join the show live is on our Facebook page. Due to I got an idea. It's also on both James Allen's and my private page. If you want to go there as well, you can join us. Come say hey, and we'll jump into whatever topic you want to talk about tonight. It's kind of an open forum. If you want to meet the other people in the audience, or if we want to jump into anything, politics, what's going on in the world, it's all fair game. And hopefully the chat is working tonight. In fact, I'm going to give it a try. Hello. Let's see if the chat's working. Yep, looks like it's working. So hopefully it pops up on you guys' end. If you're watching through Facebook or YouTube. So it looks like Bill's watching. Thanks for joining us, Bill. So how you guys been out there? How you been, Bob?
Doing good. Bored.
What have you been up to?
Nothing. Just staying in the house like everybody else. TV station's not going to be open for a while yet, so.
Yeah.
And that's where I usually hung out.
So
James,
what do you normally do?
Well, myself as well as James 1, we're producers down at a local public access TV station. And I produced a couple shows down there and worked a couple times with James. But due to COVID, they shut the studio down.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get that up and running so soon. Hopefully this COVID thing will be over. They want to get everybody vaccinated. In fact, I got my first vaccination shot last Tuesday. So I get my next one on my birthday on the 30th. Yay, happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
I went on the
No, the second vaccination we get all the symptoms from the vaccination itself.
I went online yesterday to see about it. Even at my age, my medical conditions, they said no for me.
Really? I am surprised. Yeah, I was able to get it because of my medical issue, being diabetic, and being an essential worker, being a contract worker for the federal government. That qualifies me apparently. So,
Okay.
so those two things would allowed me to get it. But I'm surprised actually.
Yeah, diabetic and heart problems don't count, I guess.
That's weird.
I'm not too sure I want it anyway.
For me, I'm not a big fan of first generation technology, no matter what it is. I usually like to let people, experience all the side effects and everything first, whether it's a new phone or new computer or vaccinations. Because this is something I've seen, back in the day, they used to do a lot of testing. Companies used to pay, and it was very expensive to bring products to market. But they have found that it's much cheaper just to put products out there pretty quickly and let the public test it and put out fixes or patches for that. And if they're harmful side effects, it's actually cheaper in the long run just to pay out some settlements and lawsuits than it is to do extensive testing. So for me, I generally don't like to jump in there right away and do the first generation. I usually wait for a generation or two. But my wife and I are going to do some traveling in the next couple of months, and we're going to be out and about with a lot of people. So I thought, it's being offered to me. I might as well go for it.
I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I mean, it took them, they're 40 years have been trying to find a, what do you call it, vaccine for HIV, and 100 years trying to find something for the cold. They do this in 9 months. And they can't be sued.
So, Bill Kurtz says, VA called me, asked if I wanted the Johnson & Johnson shot. Not 65, but I'm butt ugly, so I think it was a pity thing. I don't know. You must be pretty good looking there, Bob, because they didn't call you.
No, I'm ugly and old.
So Bob says he's ugly and old and shoots down your theory there, Bill. So I'm still curious who me is. Hopefully, whoever that is will unmute their mic. We have a mystery guest. Hopefully, I'll have more people to join. This is kind of fun. This is kind of interesting. I wasn't sure if the technology was going to work, if I was going to be able to get Zoom to work with my broadcast software, but I was able to get it to mesh properly, and it seems like it's working okay. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Paula on here.
Yeah? See if she's brave enough to come on? Yeah, I kind of wondered how many people would actually want to be on camera or on with us, live. I thought it would be an interesting experience and experiment, but if this goes well, and if people want to do it more in the future, we'll definitely we'll try it again. But I think it's kind of groundbreaking. Like I said, I don't know of any other podcast, video show that has ever invited their audience to come on with the hosts via Zoom or any other type of medium like this. I think we are groundbreaking, and we are our first. What do you think?
I think we are.
I have to keep my mic muted.
Huh?
I have to keep my mic muted.
Yeah. You're always so far away from your mic, James.
So I'm telling James that's my mic muted because there's this horrible echo.
Oh.
So keep my mic muted so that way we don't have this echo going on.
All right. So Bob's jumped around to the bottom. Yeah, we actually have James on his laptop zoomed in, because normally what we do is we run two cameras off of my computer and run it through my broadcasting software. But with Zoom only allows me to use one video source. So to be able to use it, to get James in, he had to actually zoom in from his laptop. And so we're using his camera off his laptop for him to zoom in, and we're using the audio system through the broadcast software. So it's kind of weird how we got it engineered, but it's working. Sorry, nice. You were the first to owe us beers. Well, Bill, if I come to California, which I don't have any plans anytime soon, or if you're ever in Washington, I'll definitely sit down and buy you a beer. Not a problem. So any response from Paula?
I just text her.
We'll see. So I like the little. What's that?
For Facebook, is it Zoom too, or is it just the two of you?
On the Facebook feed?
Yeah.
No, it's the whole Zoom, because what I've got going on is Zoom is coming in, or we're doing the Zoom. That's going into my broadcast software, which then is being streamed out to the multi-platform. So if people are watching and not being part of the show on the Zoom meeting, they're actually watching the feed on Facebook or YouTube. They're actually seeing the Zoom meeting and the message board where they can make comments. So that's where Bill's making his comments. So unfortunately, if you're in the Zoom meeting, you can't actually see the comments. That's why I'm reading them out. Because normally, if you're just watching the show, now that I have that really cool chat bot that's up there that's new this year, you can actually read everybody's comments while you're watching the show. That's new. Let's see.
Even though the comments are really small, but we still have comments.
Yeah, you have to make the video big so you can see all the comments, but I try to have them there so people can see them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
It
It
takes
takes half the screen, but
but
it looks good.
Well, it makes us just look. We have to make ourselves look a little smaller, but that's okay. Nobody wants to see us anyway.
Yeah.
James just nods. So I still wonder who me is. I wonder if Mystery Me is ever going to say hello.
Hi, Paula. Is that Paula? No, Frank. Hi, Frank.
Did Frank jump on?
I'm watching the feed.
Hey, there's Frank. Hello, Frank. Oh, so what's your take on all the pork in the relief bill?
Other countries are happy.
How's it feel to be the bank or not the bank, but the wallet for the world? Yeah, I feel like a little bit raped. Yeah. How do we even start to address that problem?
It's like getting rich around no phone number or dinner for a while.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, that's how do I think it's typical business as usual for the elite and the globalist agenda is what it is. They use the United States like a piggy bank, and the American taxpayer, we're paying for a lot of stuff that we shouldn't be paying for. And I think that people need to understand that what they put in that bill, I bet you a lot of that money never goes to what they say it does. I bet you a lot of that stuff ends up in black budgets and stuff that you'll never, ever, ever find out what it was for. What it really got spent on anyway. That's my take on it. I take that, we're just getting raped. Our wallets are getting raped. We're basically indentured servants to the government. it's the elite class. They look at us like we are there to serve them, to provide and produce taxes and goods and services to provide for them. That's my take on it.
Me left.
What's that?
Me left. It's only West Creole now.
Yeah. Bill says, after reading a book of the line items, I feel the need for preparation H-bomb. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. It's like, me left. Yeah, you're right. Oh, well, I don't know who me was. Me was our mystery guest that came and left. Maybe they had the wrong...
The wrong Zoom address.
the wrong Zoom meeting. I don't know. But they stayed with us for a long time. But so we're talking about the pork and the COVID relief bill, which really shouldn't be called the COVID relief bill because there's not much relief in it. It should be the COVID rape your wallet bill. At least that's my opinion.
What was it, 9% actually went to COVID?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the exact figures, but it was not very much.
Well, no, it was like 9% of the whole bill was for the United States. Everything else was for other countries.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess COVID relief for other countries, you know. Sure, let's buy off the world. No, I think that the United States, our foreign policy has been one for many years of... Do you guys ever watch Narcos? Yeah, it was the series on Netflix about the DEA. The first season was about the drug cartels in Colombia. The second one was about the drug cartels in Mexico, but it was profiling. What was his name? The really violent guy. The Medellin cartel. My brain is locking up on his name. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Anyway, he had this famous thing he used to tell people. He'd say plomo or how's it? Plamo or plomo. Basically, it was Spanish for, do you want silver or do you want lead? Do you want me to pay you or do you want me to kill you? That was his business model. He would bribe you or he would kill you. And I think that's kind of the Americans. We've had that kind of foreign policy for a long time. And Trump changed that policy and said, no, we're not going to play those games anymore. We're going to pull back and say, you know what? You pay your share. You take care of yourselves. We're going to take care of ourselves. And we're not going to subsidize you guys anymore. We're not going to do any of that crap anymore. And I think that shook up a lot of the globalists and a lot of the people in power who have a lot of interests throughout the world that like that, you know, hey, we'll bribe you or we'll use some military might to kill you to get what we want. And I think that's what we've gone back to. And that this bill is just really a sign of that, confirming that. Because now they're paying off a lot of countries and they're going to get what they want. That's just my take on it. Let's see, Bill says, not just other countries. Schumer and Pelosi's area's got a bunch of bad goes through. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, well, of course, they're going to take stuff for themselves. Why wouldn't they? I mean, they're in power. They're gonna ram through much as stuff as they can while they are. Because the pendulum always swings from one side to the other constantly. People will only put up with this for so long. That's why they're with the, is it House? Yeah, it's House Resolution 1. The what do they call it? The freedom or for the
Voting Act.
yeah, it's the one of the Voting Act. They're trying to make it. They're trying to build in fraud into the system, so the system is inherently fraudulent. So they can basically rig elections from this point forward, so they can stay in power forever. And because they know if they don't do this, the pendulum will swing, and the people will get sick of their crap and vote them out. And so they're trying to change the rules. What I think people don't understand, especially people on the left, people who voted for Biden, they don't seem to understand. Well, hello, Tanya. Good time. Long time no see. Welcome to the show. Tanya is another Alan, by the way. She, a friend of mine from high school. So Allens and McEwens go way back.
Welcome, Tanya.
You're muted, so we can't hear you, but we can see you. Oh, still muted. I don't know. Do I have to unmute her? No, I don't. She's self-muted.
You can press the space bar too.
Howdy, James.
Oh, there we go.
James are doing fine.
So, yeah. We're just chatting here away about the COVID relief bill and all the wasted money and the corruption in the government and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's kind of cool. This is the first time we've tried a Zoom show and had the audience join us. So this is kind of cool. This is the very I don't think anybody's ever done this. So we're breaking new ground here. So you're part of history.
Very cool.
So how's you're in California now, right?
Yes, I am.
So how you like living in the Socialist Republic of California?
If I were in other parts, I'd probably hate it, but I'm in Roseville, so it's more of the Republican area.
So you found a little bastion of sanity, basically.
Yes.
That's kind of like where I live right now. I live in a little town that's very conservative, and it's like a little island surrounded by non-conservatives. It's kind of interesting.
Very nice to not be in the middle of Pelosi territory.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. And there's Bob. Bob's back. Hi, Bob. Welcome back on the screen. Bob, this is Tanya. Tanya, that's Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Camera problems on my end.
So Tanya and I go way back, all the way back to high school.
Very way back.
A long time. Yeah. So, which is funny because Tanya, your maiden name is Allen. Or at least that's how I knew you back. All the
Davis.
yeah. So.
Married name is Allen.
Oh, it was. I'm sorry, I'm confused. I'm back. Well, I'm dyslexic, so it's the backward thing. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, it has been a long time. But anyway, so yeah, we've got Bill who's watching on the stream, who's not actually on the Zoom call. Who's been texting. He's in California. He's in Northern California, I believe, if I remember correctly. And we got Frank who chimed in. I don't know if Frank's still watching. He made a comment. Frank is actually a neighbor of mine, lives down the street from me, and he jumps on and watches every once in a while. So, yeah, we got a few people on here tonight. So this is pretty cool. We had a mystery guest on here named Me. For a while. We don't know who Me was, but that was kind of fun. But yeah, if you have any comments about or thoughts on the COVID relief pork spending bill, jump in there.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay out of that whole nightmare.
Yeah, everybody kind of feels like we got a little bit of wallet raping going on there by the Democrats.
Yes. Very much so.
So, hey Bob, anything back from Paula there? Oh, Bob, you're muted. You're muted again, Bob. There you go.
I think she might be on Facebook.
Oh, okay. She hasn't popped in. Oh, Bill, it's on the but I'll put it in the chat here.
Facebook.
It's on the Facebook, but I'll put it on the chat there. There, let me pop that in there and see if that will. There you go, Bill. See if you can jump in there.
So James, just FYI, next year is 30 years from high school reunion.
I know, isn't that scary?
It's very scary.
We're getting old.
Yes, I moved away from where I grew up from, so I don't get anything from high school.
Yeah. Here's the thing is this year I'm taking my wife to New Orleans next month for our 28th wedding anniversary. I've been married that long. I can't believe that. 28 years. Oh, it's amazing how time flies. You just turn around and it's like boom, years go by. And the funny thing is we're at the hardware store getting a new fan for my son's room, and my 16-year-old daughter, she was making some comments, and my wife said, "Yeah, I might be old, but I still feel like think like I'm a teenager. You just don't change." And
You don't.
there's a lot of that. Yeah, I still think a lot of the same way that I did when I was, that age, high school. I'm a little bit more mature. I have a little bit more wisdom, but I'm still the same person for the most part. My body doesn't agree with me as much. I try to do the same things I did then, and my body goes, "Oh, hell no."
Yeah.
Yeah, the knees to the back. Yeah, they don't agree with me anymore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, so we'll see if Bill tries to join the Zoom call. I put the invite out there. Hopefully, it has all the information in it.
Yeah, Paula finally texted.
Oh, did she? Oh, there it is. Oh, it says the girl is very echoed. I don't know why that would be, because Tanya's not coming in echoed to us. I wonder if it's something.
It does it over Facebook.
It might be. It might be the feed.
You can get rid of the echo if you actually join the Zoom meeting.
You guys on the Zoom call, you're not hearing any echo, are you? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I was in the Facebook.
Were you hearing an echo on the Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be because I'm taking basically a screen grab and putting it onto another software and kicking it out to Facebook that way. It was the only way I could do it with the integrated. Otherwise, there is another way to do it, but I have to pay like $500 a year to do it. And I was like, no, I'm not paying that yet.
Yeah, Paul said all are except for James.
That doesn't make sense. Because you're on the same system as I am, James.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm keeping mine muted while you're talking, so...
Yeah, but your mic, you're the one in front of you is on the same, going through the same feed as mine. So you shouldn't be echoey. If I'm not echoey, you shouldn't be echoey. All the engineering challenges we have here at Dude, I Got an Idea when you have one engineer, me. So, but no, this is kind of neat. Running out of time. We removed the 40-minute time limit for your group living. Love it. Okay, so apparently there's a time limit on your free Zoom stuff. The things you learn when you do Zoom for the first time. This is my first time hosting a Zoom meeting, so this is kind of cool, though. All right, so what do you guys think of the new format, the new show, and the new host?
I love it. I like your background too, James.
Oh, thanks.
What about?
But what about mine? So creative.
James got here. He threw up his laptop, fired up his camera, and I'm like, "You gonna throw up a background?" He's like, "I don't know how." I didn't have time to go run around the desk and help him. Although I have noticed that the algorithm for the chroma key on Zoom sucks compared to the other one, because I keep cutting out. As you see, as I move, I cut out. Whereas on my the broadcast software I use is much better for the chroma key. But so
Yeah, you try to blend into your background. That's what happens. It almost overtakes you.
Yep.
The dark color with the dark background.
Well, it's actually, I don't have to turn it off, but I've actually got a green screen just like James has behind him. So I just turned on the background here, but you can see it, like if I right here through the hole in the headphones, there's the green screen through there. But you don't get that when I do it through the software. That's a Zoom issue. But Zoom really isn't designed to do chroma keying. I can't adjust it and stuff like I can on the broadcast software when I do it normally for the show. I have a lot more control. I can adjust the edges of the chroma key and stuff, just like you do in the studio. So, all right. So, just looking at that.
Your craziness is back.
Craziness is back. Yeah, we took a long time off. Well, what happened was Greg took a job in the evenings at the airport working for Alaska Airlines, and then he got busy, and we're kind of figuring out what we wanted to do, and we kind of went back and forth, and I kind of kept waiting for him to figure it out. And then COVID hit, and then we were like, what should we do? And then after a while, things just kind of happened where, when you don't stay on top of stuff, you just forget how fast time flies. And then I got to the point where Greg, then he met a woman, and so he got involved with she's a flight attendant. And so he's always out of town now. He's always flying to see her, or she's coming in to see him. And so he's always busy, which is fine, which is good. It's good for him. What's that? Paula said something. I got to see what she said. He has a woman. He said the real reason. Yes, that's true. The real reason. Yes, he met him, and she's very nice. She's a wonderful woman. She's really good for him, but he is really busy. So, and so, I thought about, well, maybe I should just end the show or redo it as something else. And then we hired James 2.0 at work. And that's funny how that came about, because when they hired James and they told me, yeah, we hired this guy named James. And I'm like, oh, another James. That's going to suck. We're going to get fused the hell out of everybody. All right. I'm here first, so we'll just call me 1.0, and we'll call him 2.0. And then I meet him and find out that he is almost exactly the same age that I am. James's birthday is... That was your cue. I'm still training him.
The beginning. I'm trying to get the thing to work.
So
it's the beginning of February.
Yeah. He's like a month older than I am. So we're almost exactly the same age. So same first name, almost same age. We have a very similar life paths, very similar family structure in some ways. His oldest son is autistic. My oldest son is autistic. A lot of similarities. So we just became fast friends really quickly. And
I have no girls though.
huh? Oh yeah, he doesn't have any girls. Yeah. He has all boys.
Much easier.
Yeah. And so then when I came time to, I was going to put the show back on the air, and I thought, who else? Well, James, you want to do it? And James is like, that's your cue again.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll be happy. Be involved.
So
Yeah.
Just let everybody know I have to unmute myself
every
every time
time
I ask a question.
So
So it takes a little bit. You notice this little echoey stuff? So I had to mute myself.
Why are you using your? They can hear you through the system.
I know,
So why are you muting or unmuting your?
because it's like I'm muted right now, but you can hear me. We have 2 mics.
Yeah, but you should be only using the mic in front of you.
I am.
Okay. So I'm confused. We're still getting our rhythm down here. See, James is 23 years in the military, so he doesn't have the years of television experience that I do.
Well, you do.
Absolutely none.
Yeah. So, do I have you on the wrong mic?
I don't know.
No, you're just always soft for some reason.
I'm soft-spoken. What can I say?
I know you're always soft-spoken.
All that background from Z News.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I spent 2 years working professionally in government television here in Washington State for TVW, which is like Washington's version of C-SPAN. I call it insomnia television because if you can't sleep, turn that on. It will put you out like there's no tomorrow. It is poof, done. It definitely put you out. Oh, Paula says her daughter is autistic as well. So yeah, there's a lot of commonalities between the hosts and our guests that watch, or not our guests, our audience. So, Alexis is watching. Hey, Alexis, thanks for joining us. Or at least she popped on at least one point. So, but. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. TVW. It was quite the experience. It really opened my eyes to what government really is and how it works. Because when you work in government television and you're supposed to be like the furniture, you're not supposed to interact with the government officials. You're supposed to run the mics and do the cameras, and you're supposed to stay in the background. Well, when you set up all these mics, you have a 24-channel soundboard, and you got 24 mics in front of you, and you got all these state senators and representatives and stuff, and you mic them all up and everything, and you're listening to them. They forget that they're mic'd up, or they're sitting in front of hot mics. And they will talk to each other, not realizing you're listening. And I learned something really quickly about government. And this is what I learned really, really quickly. Number one, anybody who gets into government that has any respect or self-respect or a soul won't stay in very long. They'll usually get out after their first turn. Or they'll get corrupt, period. They will sell themselves for the power and money that comes with the government position. The other thing I learned is Democrats and Republicans are 2 sides of the same coin. The difference, Republicans are a little bit more honest, believe it or not. They don't give a crap about you, the taxpayer. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to take your money and spend it how they see fit and don't give a rat's ass. Democrats want to pretend like they care about you, want you to think that they're the good guys, and they're going to stab you in the back and take your money and spend it however they see fit. That's the difference. I can respect the guy that tells me the truth. You know, if you're going to piss on me, piss on me. Don't piss on me and call out rain. That irritates me. And that's why I don't like Democrats. Not because of what they do, because they're no different than Republicans when it comes to how they treat people on the money. It's how they treat you. Don't lie to me. Tell me that I'm scum. Fine, I can respect you. Tell me I'm a scum. Don't tell me, oh, I'm nice and I'm appreciating and you love me and all that, and then you're stabbing me in the back. Don't do that.
Yes, Paul, the government is not your friend.
Why? I swear your mic is not working or something, James. Which mic are you on? The one with the orange cord, right?
Yeah. The one I'm normally on.
Yeah. Why is it not working?
Do I need to grab the other one?
I think it's
Is that it?
my soundboard.
Your soundboard's broke? Oh.
I think the compressor's going out. Time for a new soundboard. They do wear out. You can say something.
Yeah, we got to talk about how much that's going to cost.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, here we go. Now I can put it away from me a little bit.
Yeah, now I can hear you. See?
See, it wasn't my fault. Producer.
It's the engineer. Fire the engineer. Government is not your friend. Yes, it is not your friend. And working for the government for the last few years, I've learned a lot of important things too. One, federal government employment, even though we're contractors and we don't directly work for the government, we work with a lot of people who directly work for the government. And I've never seen a more screw up, move up organization than the federal government. Have you?
I haven't. So the issue there is the government will hire somebody and then it's hard to fire them. So what they do is the people that aren't very good, they'll send them to classes and they'll have them get away from them. And then all the people that actually work hard and actually do the work, they get stuck because they don't get the classes in order to get promoted and stuff like that. So the people that don't do too well normally get promoted a lot faster. It's a weird system.
So there you go. That's that's
screw up and move up.
That's the federal government for you in a nutshell. So, but it's a good gig if you can get it. Yeah, everybody wants it because it's good. It's hard to get fired, and it's pretty good pay, good benefits, and you get weekends and all the federal holidays off, and
a lot of free training.
Yeah, that's true. You do get a lot of free training. So, but yeah, but if you're a complete and utter screw up, yeah, you're pretty much not getting fired.
Yeah, it has to be something really, really bad.
And then it takes a long time to get you fired, too.
Yeah, because a lot of federal civilians are unionized. So.
Yeah, it can take 18 months or so to fire someone as a civilian employee. Whereas in the real world, like James and I, we're contractors. We could be fired like that tomorrow. I mean, they can walk and say, "You're done. Get out."
Or don't show up Monday.
Yep. It could happen. But yeah, so that's the federal government for you. Not your friend. That's the old saying. Hey, we're here from the government. We're here to help. Turn around and run away. But yeah, government service is interesting. I mean, I do enjoy my job. I do enjoy what I do. Working for the military is kind of fun. Going around and teaching soldiers, not to pour shit down the drain and don't. What are some examples we teach them?
Make sure you clean up spills.
Yeah, clean up your spills.
Protect storm drains.
Yeah. That's the big one. Just don't pour stuff down the storm drains. Yeah, you'd be amazed. Stupid stuff like that. Don't stack batteries on top of each other to the point where they break the battery underneath it. And yeah, all sorts of fun stuff.
Make sure fuel cans are under cover.
Yeah. Just stuff that you would think is just general, common sense. Yeah, no, soldiers don't have common sense at all.
Not much better at Walmart.
Yeah, I can imagine, because not only do you have to deal with the people who work at Walmart, but you have to deal with the people who shop at Walmart. That should be a whole show by itself. I bet you have stories upon stories upon stories there.
Very true.
I bet you there's some good stories there.
There are some good stories there.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the go around Facebook of the pictures of people at Walmart, and I've seen some of those at my local Walmart.
Some of those pictures you can't share, though. You just can't.
Yeah. I mean, we had an interesting one in Salt Lake where the guy came in with a gun. Don't know if he was planning to rob the store or what. Managed to get back in menswear, managed to blow his finger off, and then ran out the store.
Wow. Well, I don't know if you heard about the one, 2 years ago, where the guy came into the Walmart in Tumwater and shot it up. Greg was there, and yeah, he was there doing some shopping when the guy came in. I guess he wanted ammo or something and tried to shoot up the cabinet to get into it, and then something spooked him and he came running out and he pulled this old lady out of a car and tried to carjack her, and she fell down. He jumped in and started to try to back over her, and that's when a pastor who was armed ran up and shot him and killed him. But yeah, that happened. Greg was there, and Greg is law enforcement. He was the only law enforcement on the scene, so the first guy on the scene. So he had to secure the scene, do the whole thing. And we actually did a show right after that. Greg talked about it quite a bit on the show. It's back in our archives. But yeah, Walmart's a crazy place. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff in Walmart.
Yeah.
Yep, I can imagine. Especially, people outside of Salt Lake who've never been to Salt Lake have this idea of Salt Lake, which I'm sure now that you're outside of Salt Lake, you've run into this, having been from Salt Lake. You know what I'm talking about. They have this idea that Salt Lake is Happy Valley, and it's because of where the Mormons live. It's all wonderful, and nothing ever crazy happens there. Nothing weird happens there. No.
No.
And so I can imagine, having grown up there. I haven't lived there. I left in '94, and I haven't been back. I think the last time I was back in Utah was, probably like 96 or 97. I mean, I haven't been back in years. But, I have friends there. My brother's still in Centerville and stuff. And so, I guess the last time I was back was in 98. I came through. When my grandfather died, I drove through and stopped for a little bit. But that was that. Yeah, 1988 was the last time I was in Utah. But I can imagine... I can imagine, based on my experiences growing up, of the stuff that would go on there. And from what I hear, Salt Lake has changed dramatically. Its makeup, of people and from being hardcore, mostly Mormon conservative, to being more of a liberal city.
It is very changed.
So it's not a happy place anymore, is what you're saying.
No. Now it's Provo.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, Planet Provo is quite different from what I understand. In fact, there was an article in the paper or on the news or whatever about a police officer being shot there just the other day, and I was like, Provo? That was unheard of back in the day,
Not very common. You see that in Provo.
Nope, I guess not anymore. So, but this has been quite the experience. This Zoom show, But I think it worked, so we'll have to try it again. We'll get more people on and let more people know. This was our first trial run of a Zoom show. So, yeah, I think it was pretty cool. I think next time when we do it, that we'll actually have a topic so people put it out there a little bit in advance so people know, and then they can be prepared and come in with some, with their opinions, and so we can get into it. Yeah, a little research and stuff. But I was so concerned about just the technology of getting it to work right. I was like, well, we'll just jump in there and do it. See if it works.
Yeah, when I first jumped on, I was like, what the heck are you doing now? So it took me a minute. I had to go back to your page on Facebook, and then I finally found the Facebook in the Zoom meeting, and I'm like, oh, okay, click on that. Oh, now I can join in.
Okay. Yeah, it's Bob, who was on earlier. He must have had to go for some reason. He was the one who actually suggested it. He was like, "Hey, you should try this." And it's like, I don't think anyone's ever done it. Let's do it. So yeah, I'll get. You know me, I'll give anything a try at least once.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe the more guests, the more crazy it's going to get.
Yep.
Well, what's funny is there's been times, when Greg was on the show, and we would do just before we had the chat bot and everything. Greg and I would just read out people's comments, and people, especially Chuck and some of the other people that would be on there, they would just take over the show completely. And it'd be like we'd lost control, and we're like, "Oh, this is it. We're done. We're over." So yeah, and that's what makes it fun. We really enjoy having people on the show, and we enjoy people, their comments and being part of the show, and it's a lot of fun that way. And I think if we do have a good topic and put it out there with enough time for people to be prepared. And now that we know that it actually works and that we can make it work, I'll have to figure out the echo issue on the feed and figure out if I can fix that problem. But we can do this again. I think it'll be a lot of fun if we get a bunch of people on here and let people go at it.
Talk about aliens. Aliens.
James just wants to talk about alien probing.
Hey, that's not cool.
He had a bad experience once.
There's nothing you can get from up there anyway. So.
Well, you never know. Maybe they're harvesting farts or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, we're coming down to the end of the hour here, so we're going to wrap this puppy up and call this one show. Put this show in the can. I can't even talk tonight. It's been a long day, but
Well, it's been a good one.
yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
It'll be good to see it if you get more people involved.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to get a whole bunch of people on. And see, what I need to do is get Greg to come in and on a Zoom call, and a couple other people. Huh?
Have him guest host.
Yeah, or just come in on a Zoom call. That would be really funny. Not tell people that Greg's going to Zoom bomb us and have him come in like 10 minutes into it, and bam, here comes Greg. Because Greg doesn't shut up. you can't get it word in edgewise with Greg. What's funny is when Greg was on the show, I was always having to fight to get my words in, and now I'm like, I have to think. I have time to speak.
And he's like, James, are you going to ever talk? I'm like, yeah, whenever I feel like it, I can add in my 2 cents here and there.
Yeah, I try to pause to give James time to talk all the time because I feel like I'm now Greg. I'm doing all the talking.
Well, see, I think you're just breathing, so.
Picking on Greg. That's my favorite thing to do.
Yep.
Well, if you ever want to do any of the like supernatural, kind of like the Tooele, what is it? The haunt stories. Check up with Brandy Bird.
Oh,
I don't know. Brandy Bird.
okay.
She does a lot of the hauntings and psychic type stuff.
Yeah, James wants to do that.
Yeah, we want to get to doing more of those type of shows too. In fact,
Brandy.
okay.
'Cause
Definitely.
She's been doing some stuff online on Facebook with it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good resource because one of the things we want to do, hopefully, when COVID is up, is we want to take the show on the road and do some stuff like ghost hunting and some other stuff like that. We don't want to be stuck in my basement here, so
Yeah, in Grand Washington they have Highland games. We
Yeah.
want to go there.
we want to go stick James in a kilt.
That would be very fun.
He's never worn one, so
Yeah.
go get to see his sexy knees.
It would be fun to see you in it again, James.
Oh yeah. Well, I recently had to buy a new one because I couldn't fit into the old one. So I actually have a full new dress uniform and everything. So yeah. That still piping rarely because I have shoulder problems because I've gone through frozen shoulders in both shoulders and have a back problem. So it's hard to pipe, but I still do it when I can. So, but yeah. But yeah, we definitely. And if you guys ever have any, topics you want us to cover, or things you want us to, or stories you want us to look into, or things you want us to talk about, let us know. Send us a note. Send me a note. You know how to get a hold of us. Love to do that. Yeah. We're always looking good for good ideas. So. If you want to see us do something stupid, we'll go do it.
Yeah. I'm sure you would.
Product reviews.
Yeah, product reviews. You want to see us to review something, we'll get it and review it. Not a problem. So,
Yep.
if you want us to do us a Walmart show, we'll do it to Walmart show. The ins and outs of Walmart with Tanya.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Yeah, you can have a really fun one if you want to come to Utah because my manager's from Utah too.
I didn't say I want to come back to Utah.
Come to California and my manager's from Utah too.
Oh, okay. So you're in Northern California or Southern California?
Yeah, I'm
Northern California? Where exactly is the town you're at?
I'm in Roseville.
Where is Roseville?
It is about 20 miles going up I-80 towards Reno.
Okay, so you're closer to Nevada than towards the western part, towards the Bay Area or that area. So
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
dead center between Reno and the Bay.
Oh, okay. I know. I've probably been through there actually, because I've driven
Yeah.
I-80 to San Francisco a couple of times. So, all right, I know where you're at.
Yeah.
All right, I gotcha.
Yeah, a little northeast of Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I looked it up.
James
right
is
off
like,
the
I got
I-80.
maps. I'll use it.
That's right.
Alrighty. Well, it is that time. Guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I plugged in the music
Plugged in
this time. So, last week I didn't have it plugged into the soundboard, so we didn't have any music at the end of the show. All right. Now
It was fun watching them try to figure that out too.
And I was like, why do we have no music? I was like, ah. All right, well, this has been an experience. It's been something new, groundbreaking, only here on the Dude, I Got an Idea show did we have our first anyone ever have their first Zoom show. But catch us in 2 weeks. We'll have a new show coming up for you. I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll figure it out. And do you have any last words?
Nope.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
All right, well, we're going to get the heck out of here for the night. You guys have a great week. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep, thanks for joining us.
Later.